field in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the G1. Before we get going, let's hear from him. A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Sacramento. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, there's the Spurs, just a couple spots back.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovic pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bjelica is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. Both teams dealing with injuries in this one tonight, Chris. Talk about what that does to a team's rotation.
Well, it shortens the rotation, definitely, but I always believe that injuries help teams in the long run if you get the injured player back. So as long as you get that injured player back before the playoffs and time to build chemistry, what does it do? It gives guys an opportunity that weren't going to get that playing time to get that playing time. And now it helps deepen that rotation the longer the season goes along. So it can also turn into a blessing. That curse can, but you got to have everyone focused and honed in to make sure that happens.
I'm sure.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
DeRozan passes to White. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. White's got his second basket of the game.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Here's Fox. No good that time. Murray with the defensive effort. The Spurs have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. 17-foot shot on the way. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And let's take a quick peek at the 2K leaderboard and the steal leaders from the point guard spot for the last 10 games. Second, DeJounte Murray.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
It's not just their quickness or their hands that has them on the top of the list. It's their defensive instinct that sets them apart.
And what just drops your jaw, Chris, with Fox is just how quick he gets up and down the floor.
Yeah, he's an absolute bullet once he gets out in transition. A good amount of his points come from just beating everyone else down the floor when he pushes.
Oh, look at him! Why?
Get out the play!
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game, don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And it's Fox with the jam.
He's considered one of the quickest guys in the game. Fox, he really hurts defenses on these tapes.
Passed again. 149. Oh.
And Gay loves putting on the show when the time is right. The way he leaves the floor for these slams is just simply breathtaking.
Three-pointer heel. Shot clock reset for Sacramento. Fox against DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Fly front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Harrison Barnes. Shot by Zeller, no good. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Sinks the triple. Fox has got 11 points.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Here's Zeller. Len with the block. And he recovers it. Up top, Heel. And the layup's good off the glass.
Really so quick on the drive, blasting through the defense, easily getting all the way to the cup.
Spurs trail by 7. Mills, that's a two-pointer. They get it back.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
From deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
To the left side wing. And Forbes kicks to Mills. The tray. The rebound by Giles. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Dallas. Fox, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Shot by Zeller, no good.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Len, and it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. Parker's checked in for Harry Giles. Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Had they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to a guy like Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies. When Grant started his career off in Detroit, and to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? He got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
Now here's Mills. D right on him. Passes it to Zeller. Lets it go from deep. And it's Patty Mills with the 3. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Double team on Parker. And here's Joseph for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
Now Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Hield outside. Len. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. Spurs trail by 5. And Forbes kicks to Bellinelli. Spurs working the ball around now. Over Parker. It's hauled in by the Kings. Len's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Joseph. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Mills. The rebound by Hield.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And misses it off the right side of the rim. Kings leading now by 9. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurt.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bellinelli dishes to Forbes. The pass to Zeller. Clock at 6. He kicks to Mills. To end the run, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Hield can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he is checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Derek White subbed in for Patty Mills.
But we've seen more of this recently from Fox. A confident, efficient offensive player who looks to score often.
DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. There's the triple. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Well, that's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, when their reserves are operating at a high level, so tough to beat.
7 seconds left in the first half. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Sacramento.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, it's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq, how do you think Sacramento plays? And
with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Oh, you're so right, Greg. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Good Pirtle out there at DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Pirtle's got his first basket of the night.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. From outside, off the mark. Spurs trail by 13. And Walker throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. A three from Bogdanovich. Drills it from outside. Bogdanovich has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
White, wide open, he fires. And it's San Antonio with another.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Fox passes to Holmes. Nobody near Barnes. Good on the three-point shot. Barnes has got 7. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pirtle. Fields checked in for the Kings. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Got that one up quick. 20 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
For the three. And it's White missing. And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pirtle dishes to White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Well, this is why Fox's teammates love him. I mean, when they're open, he makes sure to get it to him.
Here's Pirtle. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one is on Hield.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Sacramento making a switch here. Parker's checked in, and San Antonio also making a switch. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. Fires the three, hits it from three-point range. 23 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. Pull up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Barnes kicks to Fox. Trying to find Hield and gets it to him. A three from Barnes. And Pirtle pulls it down. Inside, here's Forbes. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Knocked loose. Parker passes to Barnes. Kings moving the ball around. Shot by Hield, nobody around. A three-pointer, no good.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
And that one's good, Barnes.
You see how polished and composed Barnes is? Doesn't rush anything. He just takes what he gets.
Parker against Gay. To the left wing. Here's Forbes. Offline with his three. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy. Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, that's beautiful basketball out there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Giles, and it's Len in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Fox kicks to Barnes. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Sacramento making a switch here. Holmes checked in. And San Antonio with the change here too. Murray's checked in. Spurs trail by 9. Here's DeRozan. And the rejection by Holmes. All alone. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Murray kicks to Pirtle. 6 to shoot. DeRozan in the corner. Over Bogdanovich. DeRozan's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for Giles. Spurs also with the sub. White's checked in. Pass to Holmes. Stolen by Walker. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And it's Pirtle at the elbow. The shot, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. And here's Barnes for 3. They get it back. That shot is off.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Basket counts.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And Holmes throws it down.
And this is Fox's role. He's the floor general for this team, and that includes setting his guys up.
Fox with the steal. And now the Kings fast break. Barnes got the ball. Tries again. Fox dishes to Bogdanovich. Pass to Holmes. Out left to the wing. And here's Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And Fox gets it to go.
He's taking what he sees out there. I love seeing Fox torch the D from this area.
For 3, Murray. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Stolen by Walker. To the inside. And stolen by Bielitsa. Passes it to Holmes. And it's White with the rebound.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
Murray for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Kings.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Here's Barnes. Sacramento moving it around. Down low, Pirtle with the steal.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough.
Off the inbound pass. Fox, no good. For three, Murray keeps it alive, and it's DeRozan with the extra effort.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
So the Kings win it. Probably. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For great.
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Vivid improvements. Shooting. Puck pickup. Upper and lower body fluidity.
Started an NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low.
A beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. And to talk about this, David, some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. In his last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got White. Jakob Poeltl out there with DeRozan. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of three-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Craig, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
And here are the Spurs. Murray surveying the D. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Right side, DeRozan. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Walker. Got a hand on it. Murray against Johnson. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Passes it to DeRozan. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. DeRozan's got 5 now.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
White drives in. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Johnson in the corner. Rubio against Murray. Rubio the pass to Bridges. Back to Rubio. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound by Murray. And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for Murray. Now here is Carter. His last outing, he had 8 points. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And here's Booker from the arc. They get it again. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Offensive rebound. Poeltl. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Got to be on the lookout for Poeltl crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Jakob Poeltl. The Suns shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
A different look now for San Antonio. Zeller, he's checked in for Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Walker. Greg for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
The Suns shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Now here's Mills. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas. Bellinelli passes to Zeller. Goes back up. Rebound by the Suns. Carter down low. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For San Antonio, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
San Antonio trailing here. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Zeller. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Suns have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just
and a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Suns lead by 3. 2K Sports back to field.
The people ashamed to talk about it.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got Saric. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
The shot by Saric, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
The shot's good from Forbes.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Jerome. Here's Baines. Misses from short range. The Spurs have got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
The pass to Jerome. Here's Kaminsky, covered by Mills. Here's Saric. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Here's Jerome. That one misses. Spurs leading by 4. Here's Forbes. Saric grabs the board.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's what I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him. Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Dishes it to Rubio. Just 5 to shoot. With 3, Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. Over in the corner, White to the middle. Here's Walker. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Johnson.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Long arms, quick hands, a nose for the basketball. Murray makes a difference on the defensive end.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns, trailing by 2. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And he gets the bucket. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Back to Murray. To the inside. Here's Pirtle. And there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's San Antonio.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, Kent, a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead, and that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Look at Patty Mills. What a contribution.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs. DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Derek White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3. And the dunk by Walker.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
White, good. And it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Passes it to Johnson. Ayton in the high post. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bridges. Rubio, and Rubio with the second chance points.
Something that's never been called into question. Rubio's feel for the game.
Murray against Rubio. Murray outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Suns. Sharch comes in for Mikal Bridges. Baines dishes to Sharch. The tray. And that one is off. Nice D from DeRozan.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Baines. For 3, Booker. Rebound by Murray.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
The drive by Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. 12 points for Devin Booker.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And Forbes has it in the corner. Gay outside. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
And Baines kicks to Rubio. Here's Sharch. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs leading by 5. Gay with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Murray outside. Here's DeRozan. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
One of the best mid-range shooters in the NBA, DeMar DeRozan makes a living from this spot.
Johnson can't get it to go.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
And he gets it to go. Murray's got the lead up to 9 now for San Antonio.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Sharch. Mikal Bridges checked in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. The Spurs also changing it up. Bellinelli comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And that one, good. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
Back to Carter. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by DeRozan. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ayton, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
He's perfect from the line this time. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. And here's Mills for three. Good on the triple. Mills has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
From deep three-point range. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
In the pick and roll, the pick and pop, Rubio usually looks to beat you with the pass. That time, creates for himself.
Here's DeRozan. No good on the 3.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half. Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Walker in the corner. Bridges with the steal. Kaminsky with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. White against Booker. On deep. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
San Antonio making a switch here. Murray's checked in. No good from Booker.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Johnson finds Booker. From the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And Phoenix making a change here. Okobo's checked in. Walker in the corner. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix. Spurs also with the sub. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Rudy Gay.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
And taken away by Johnson. Carter on the wing. The dish now to Ayton. Back to Carter, and stolen by Murray. And it's Walker penetrating. Johnson with the block. And Oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. It's good.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Here's White. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And that one falls for White. Injuries pressing Derek White into a much bigger role in year 2. But you know what, Smitty? He rose to the occasion.
You know, I love him. He has great size at 6'4" for a point guard. Good instincts. He can shoot. He can create. I love his versatility.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Walker with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Here's DeRozan. And the 3 off target. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Suns.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeMar DeRozan.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
From deep three-point range, and it's White missing.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Here's San Antonio. They're on a 16-6 run. 17 seconds left in the game. He kicks to Johnson. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports for a well, guys, great vision, David. Thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those balls.
Now here's Anderson. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
Here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Brooks. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And San Antonio has possession following the score by Memphis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Now here's Valanciunas. Just 5 on the clock. No coverage that time. Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray left side. Good on the bucket. Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Deep 2 from Anderson. And that misses badly. Air ball. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Now Anderson after the missed 3 from Jakob Poeltl. Morant dishes to Anderson. Jackson trying to break free. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Morant.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
And it's Murray penetrating from deep. Grizzlies with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Jackson finds Valanciunas. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now here is Poeltl. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Anderson passes to Morant. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And Poeltl sends it back. And here comes White, leading the fast break. DeRozan gets the bucket.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Now here's Morant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. San Antonio also making some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Here's Mills. 12 points his last outing. Passes to Purtle. 6 to shoot. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And Patrick Mills gets the 3.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Allen outside from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Now the pass to Clark, and stolen by Gay. Here's DeRozan, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. At the end of... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Allen. Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at point guard. Now here's Gay. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. From deep. The putback. It's Clark with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 3, and Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Chang against Zeller. Back to Chang. Memphis moving that ball around. Good work there as it goes. Clark's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Grizzlies.
Gorgie Jang doing a nice job getting the ball to the open teammate there. Nicely done.
Well, as much as Gorgie Jang does on the court, he'll be remembered, Clark, by many for his off-the-court contributions.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly there. Jang has revamped hospitals in his home country of Senegal, as well as sent thousands upon thousands of meals back to his homeland. I mean, you can't say enough about what this man has done for others. And that really is a measure of influence, maturity, and leadership. Great impact being made by Jang off the court.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
17-foot shot on the way. And he overshot that one, missing. Taken away. And stolen by Zeller. Brooks checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Melton. And San Antonio also making a switch. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Patty Mills. And the call on the shot, it sends him to the line. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats, but Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled him.
Count that one. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. Here's Jackson, the 11-footer, and that's collected by Gay. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And finished off by Morant.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
Murray left side. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Brooks. No good there. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
Bellinelli with the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Brooks. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
San Antonio's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Morant kicks to Brooks. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
That one drops. He ties it up. 6 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Back to DeRozan. Puts up a 3. And that one released in time, but no good.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm for the Grizzlies. The first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first. Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been quite a game for Jonas Valanciunas.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got DeRozan. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the small forward.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
And it's DeRozan at the elbow. And it's Murray, that time on the assist from DeRozan. Murray's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, a nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
Valanciunas passes to Morant. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
You said it, Kevin. He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Murray following the score by Memphis. Inside. Here's Pirtle. And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Jonas Valanciunas. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Jackson.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And it's Murray penetrating. Count that bucket. Murray's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Valanciunas. 9 points in the game so far. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. Clock is at 3. And it's Morant missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs. Valanciunas finds Brooks. That's tipped. Here's Morant. Buries the 20-footer. Morant's got his second bucket.
Yeah, defensively, you pick your poison. Morant can beat you with the shot, the drive, or the pass.
Now here's White. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Brooks kicks to Valanciunas. Misses the 3. Spurs leading by 6. Here's Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
The Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Ellenelli, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Bellinelli with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Mills. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mills has got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers.
And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Mills. And Forbes has it in the corner. Back to Mills. And the Spurs scoring again.
You know, that's what Mills gives you when he's on the floor. A dangerous shooter who can cause problems for the defense.
And finished off by Jang.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
No good from Gay.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And slam dunk by Allen.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Gay inside. Jang defending. Gay, that's good.
Gay has made a great transformation over the years from a traditional wing to somebody who scores all over the court, including inside.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Some changes for Memphis. Valanciunas comes in for Gorgie Dang. And it's Morant in for Allen. Mills with the steal and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks comes in for Melton. Now here's Mills. Defense right on him. Pass to DeRozan. Dishes it to Gay. The Grizzlies pull it in. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Gay passes to Forbes. Back to Gay. DeRozan in the corner. Pass to Gay. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. 10 points for Gay.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Then for the Spurs. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Gay. Derek White comes in for Brent Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Hurdle finds Murray. The kick out to Walker. Out to the right wing. Hurdle, no one around him. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
What I really like about Pirtle is the soft hands. He's got excellent hands. You can't teach that. And he's got a nice stroke from mid-range.
From deep three-point range, Anderson can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 7. Here's White. Lays it up off the glass.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Jackson dishes to Morant. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Memphis moving it around. Jackson misses.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Walker, and it's San Antonio with another.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. Left side, DeRozan. Outside, Walker. Clock at 6. Back to DeRozan. To the paint. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. .36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Morant missing. San Antonio with the ball. They're leading by 8. Walker goes in. And White kicks to Murray. Out left to the wing. Out to White. Clock at 4. Walker in the corner. Uncovered. Brooks grabs the board. Here's Morant. And so it's the Spurs with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. positive improvements: shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on
The view from the skies above downtown San Antonio. We're pleased to welcome you. And with pregame,
well, guys,
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. And for San Antonio, White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Pirtle, and it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward. Outside, Bogdanovich. Holmes kicks to Fox. Another miss by Fox. And Murray's got the ball here for the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Now Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young, lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team because they're the fourth seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
And DeRozan sends it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bielitsa.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Murray. Putting up about 10 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Attacking is one thing, Kevin, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
Murray against Fox. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 6. And White kicks to Pirtle. And the layup falls. Pirtle's got 6. For Sacramento, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Fox. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And finished off by Walker.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Yeah, easy call.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of this game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Zeller, he's checked in for Pirtle. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Here's Hield. Trains the 19-footer.
Well, he's a good shooter from the mid-range. Hield had some breathing room, took a deep breath, and fired.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Zeller against Bazemore. Bellinelli with the 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Three-pointer, Hield. Again, Hield missing.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Pass to Mills. Kicks it to Gay. Fires for 3. The rebound by Hield. Outside, Joseph. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Spurs lead by 7. Live. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Parker out there with Giles, and it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. Mills looking it over, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Here's Bazemore, and the slam dunk by Bazemore.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
They get it back, count it.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance moves.
Right side, Joseph. Launches a 3. Zeller grabs the board.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Murray against Fox. Outside DeRozan. Back to Murray. From deep. Kept alive. That shot off. The Kings trail by 6. Bogdanovich left side. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Here's DeRozan. And it's off the back rim, no good. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Here's Fox. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Fox has got 8 points.
Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
Bogdanovich against Murray. And there's the pass to Forbes. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Kings trail by 6. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Bielitsa passes to Fox. 14 feet away. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barnes has got his second basket of the game.
Maybe the length helping out Harrison Barnes that time to collect.
Murray outside. To the middle. Here's Forbes. And that one, good. He has 5.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Fox kicks to Parker. Double team on Parker. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Let's take a second now to bring up a list of the centers and power forwards from around the NBA who have been money at the charity stripe in the second half of the season. Rudy Gay on top.
And with those numbers at the free throw line, he should be trying to get there as often as possible. I mean, operating among the big bodies in the paint, he gets those chances.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pirtle, the shot's good. Pirtle's got 8 points.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
Fox, no good. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. No good with the triple. And we've reached halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you. San Antonio did not hesitate to set the pace. At one point they had a 9-point lead. And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Kings trail by 6.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Murray. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Harrison Barnes picks one up. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
And DeRozan sends it back. They double-team Walker, and Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Murray against Fox. Murray kicks to Poeltl. Passes it to DeRozan. Over Bielitsa.
Helps to have Bielitsa defending like this and staying active on that end of the floor.
Here's Fox. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Holmes with the steal. Deflects the pass. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, that's up there. Harrison Barnes with momentum rises up, and that's a highlight.
Bogdanovich against White. Right side to Walker. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant, who play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best. Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
The Kings shooting their first free throws here for the night. Free throw good, Fox.
Well, Fox had quite a year in Kentucky before he decided to turn pro and became the 5th pick in 2017 in the NBA draft.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Zeller, who's checked in for Purtle. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. Bellinelli, he's checked in for White. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Murray. No good, shot missing. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And that one's good. Parker.
If your small forward stays active like Jabari Parker did that time down low, you'll get second chance opportunities.
DeRozan passes to Zeller. And the Kings pushing it up now. And that one's good. Parker. Parker's got the lead up to 3 now for Sacramento.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
And some changes here for the Kings. Len comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Buddy Hield in for Joseph. Pass to Samanic. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Mills finds Walker. Nailed from three-point land. Walker's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there, and that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
Gay dishes to Walker. It's stolen by Hield. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. Again, Sacramento.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Spurs trail by 6. Up top, Mills. Guarded by Fox. Here's Samanic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 5. Here's Zeller. Len grabs the board.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Mills, who provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Len with the block.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Gay scanning the floor. The three-pointer is right on target. Gay's got 5 points so far. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing. Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, way to fight. Way to fight.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Alex Len out there with Bielitsa, and it's Fox in at the point.
For a guy who makes his living behind the three-point line, Mills looks comfortable there, taking it inside.
And it's Barnes on the follow. And the Kings lead by 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Walker with a clean look. No good on the triple. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Barnes can't get it to go. And San Antonio shooting the ball at 42%. And finished off by Gay.
Rudy Gay up off the ground and dunking it down hard. Nice to see that.
Gay comes over with a double team. A shot by Len, wide open. And it's off from three-point range. To the inside, White. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Three-pointer, Hield makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Gay. Bellinelli comes in for Walker. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills.
And it's difficult to stay down on Pirtle's pump fake. He really exploits defenders with it.
He's off on the first.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. Kings leading now by 6. Down low. Hield kicks to Bielitsa. Fox against Murray. Fox passes to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Barnes. From outside the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. It's stolen by Hield. Unloads from 9, and he connects with the jumper. 18 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Continuing to expand his offensive game. Fox off to a good start.
Rosen dishes to Bellinelli. To the wing right side. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Hield from outside. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Yeah, watching Hield shoot is quite astonishing. He does a great job of establishing his feet as a foundation for his three-point shot.
Pirtle. And good that time.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
It's good on the putback. Holmes got the lead up to 9 now for Sacramento.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. The Spurs making a switch here. Walker's checked in. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And when Pirtle gets into a groove, he demands the ball. He's incredibly dangerous when he has the hot hand.
And Hield able to finish. Hield's got 8 here in the quarter.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Barnes against Walker. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, this time Harrison Barnes using some of his physical advantages to bully the defense or at least get them on their heels.
From 13, out that one, and the Kings lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Walker.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
White with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And it's blocked. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Hield. A 3 off the inbound. But they get it back. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And here are the Kings now. Gets the first. That'll push the lead to double digits.
Buddy Hield just has such an incredibly quick trigger.
And some changes here for the Kings. Jabari Parker's checked in for Bielitsa. Brewer comes in for Barnes. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Fox. Johnson for 3. Up again. Brewer with the rebound. Here's Sacramento now. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Parker's shot is off. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Medu passes to Samanic. And here's Walker outside. Buries it from three-point range. Here's Ferrell. Pass to Hield. Lets it go with a 3. It's good from long range.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Division III, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
Give me your food.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose to playing you.
a view from the skies above downtown San Antonio. And here's a look at some numbers for Sharch.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3. And for the Spurs, White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Whereas both teams battling injuries coming into this one.
Yeah, so you know what that means, Kevin. You have an opportunity if you're a reserve to perhaps gain some repetition in the midst of an important game. The battle, the mantra, that next man up mentality is going to be on display tonight for this team. And let's see, Kevin, do they take advantage of their opportunity?
Good things to look forward to.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
And up the court come the Suns on the break. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Booker. Ayton's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, that's a determined scorer right there. DeAndre Ayton showing a little toughness on the interior finish.
For 3, Murray. That one's not going to go. Good D by Rubio. Booker with no one around, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Booker's got 5 points so far. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. to halt the run, and it's denied.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
Bridges shot, good.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now, here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's White. A beautiful reverse layup.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Bridges, no one around him. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his third assist on the night.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Here's Pirtle, and finally they hit one.
Well, Kev, this team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
And it's Baines missing.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Carter with a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Gay right side. Back to Bellinelli. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Now here's Šorić. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Portland.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
The Spurs shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Suns leading by 7. Carter, the pass to Baines. Zeller grabs the board. And it's Mills with the ball for the Spurs. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
Traps in the tray. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Šorić. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. Baines. The shot from the low post is good.
It's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Suns lead by 6. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
We've got Zeller. Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Shot's good by Mills.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Suns leading by 4. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Bellinelli against Carter. Pass to Mills. They get a hand on it. And Baines kicks to Saric. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Kaminsky. And the Suns get it back. And the pass to Jerome. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Shot clock at 3. Carter with the 3. Zeller grabs the board.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Mills passes to Bellinelli, and it's a defensive 3-second violation.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. The feed to Saric. Booker in the corner. Looking to end the run. Drills it from outside. Booker's got 8 points. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last Doris in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Booker's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Suns. DeRozan with it. Guarded now by Rubio. DeRozan dishes to Forbes. Back to DeRozan. Here's Gay. Murray kicks to Forbes. Murray against Johnson. Murray, good.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Saric outside. Baines passes to Rubio. Booker in the corner. Baines, great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
There's 1:38 left in the first half. Murray surveying the D. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for San Antonio. Light comes in for Brent Forbes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Phoenix. Bridges comes in for Saric. Out to DeRozan. Over Rubio. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Booker. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
It's tipped and stolen by Ayton. And now the Suns, a fast break from deep. Rebound by Murray. Spurs trail by 4. Bridges with the steal. It's stolen by DeRozan.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
The Spurs have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And he knocks down the first one. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Suns leading by 3. And There's Bridges on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
Mills dishes to Pirtle. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Booker finds 8. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I'll tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 5-point game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they've built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Frank Kaminsky. And it's Carter in at the point.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Murray against Carter. Tips it up, and it's White with the rebound. Spurs trail by 3. To the paint. DeRozan. That's good. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter. And Greg, DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he used it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stanchions, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Gav.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bellinelli comes in for Derek White. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Murray. Phoenix also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Sharch comes in for Frank Kaminsky. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. They get the rebound. The Suns leading. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. The dish to Sharch. On the wing, Booker. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, this guy is an explosive offensive talent. When Devin Booker's cooking, my goodness.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bellinelli's got 7.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Forbes the pass to DeRozan. Here is Forbes, covered by Rubio. Here's DeRozan. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Rubio dishes to Bridges. Sharch passes to Baines. Now here's Rubio. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Suns lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. The 3. A putback. Rubio with the rebound. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. They've held a 12-point lead early. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. 6 to shoot. And here's Booker from the arc. A rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Forbes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
You know, I love how he absorbed the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
A different look now for San Antonio. Zeller comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's Mills in for Bellinelli.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Rubio outside. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Puts it up from 12. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Mills looking it over. Here's the 3. He doesn't hit that one. 3rd quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Rudy Gay is out there with DeRozan. Then it's White. And it's Mills, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Pass to Ayton. And Carter has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And Gay, such a terrific athlete, outstanding at rising up and just bringing the hammer.
Passes to Jerome. Here's Ayton. Pass to Jerome. Carter with the three. DeRozan with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Walker, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Walker's got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Johnson against Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Jerome. His 3-pointers off the mark. Spurs leading by 4. Shots good by Mills.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the Suns call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
All right, David, thanks.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Now, part of that is recognizing the spacing, and Booker's so good at finishing on the break.
And finished off by DeRozan.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Eaton at the elbow. To the right side. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Well, this is a multi-skilled big man. DeAndre Ayton's passing better than you think it is.
Walker the pass to Gay. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Rebound by Murray. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Hurdle, he was checked in for Rudy Gay. Suns trail by 4. Johnson left side. Back to Booker. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. That's 23 points for Devin Booker.
Does it seem to you guys that this guy, nothing faces him? Booker treats every moment like every other moment. No matter how big, no matter how small. Oh my goodness, you could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
Rubio the pass to Saric. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
This is not a young man you want to send to the line. Booker's already a lights-out foul shooter.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. Both free throws good from Booker.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Murray with it. He kicks it to Pirtle. Inside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. That shot off. The Suns go the other way with it. The drive by Booker. Saric.
Saric with the big-time delivery in the big moment. Wow.
Pass to DeRozan, and stolen by Booker. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. Unloads from 13. Money!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And this is why they want the ball in DeRozan's hand. This guy is stone cold under pressure.
Passes it to Baines. At the elbow, it's Saric. Dishes it to Booker. 5 to shoot. Back to Saric. 16 feet away. That one, no good. San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Devin Booker.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform.
Oh, he got it to go!
How about that?
Down it goes!
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, there's the Spurs, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Spurs, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's Purtle, and it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. From deep, Brooks. San Antonio with the rebound. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray outside. Up top, DeRozan over Jackson. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great deep, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clark is checked in for Valanciunas. Here's Walker. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Brooks outside. Morant with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Morant's got 5 points so far.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Murray the pass to Purtle. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, over Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Anderson dishes to Clark. Back to Jackson. Out to Brooks. From deep three-point range. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I love seeing Brooks take these quick shots. I mean, he's skilled at realizing when he has room to get them off.
Walker against Anderson. Walker the pass to White, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. Here's Clark. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And finished off by Jang.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Now, here's DeRozan. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. He didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor. Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Over in the corner, Allen. Passes it to Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. A different look now for San Antonio. Tyler Zellers checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Murray. Now here's Mills. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas. And Forbes kicks to Gay. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Over in the corner, Zeller. A 3 ball. It's Clark with the rebound. Jacks up a 3. Here's Jang. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Welcome back into the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis, Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the 1 spot. Here's Mills after Memphis gets the 3. He kicks it to Zeller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Mills. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Jackson, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Allen finds Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Now here's Bellinelli. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. And the rejection by Jackson. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Now here's White. Nobody near Gay. Sinks the triple. Gay's got 5 points so far.
Come on, you can't allow Gay to get comfortable from beyond the arc. He really stretches the D when he's nailing that long ball.
Pass to Allen. Memphis moving that ball around. From 12 feet out. No good. Good work defensively by Gay. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Pass to Melton. And here's Valanciunas, covered by Mills. They shoot again. No good from Valanciunas. Spurs trail by 10. Outside, White. The pass to Zeller. Back to White. Launches it. Excellent D there from Allen. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. A different look now for San Antonio. Pirtle, he's checked in for Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Walker subbed in for White. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Passes it to Gale. It's Morant in the corner. It's Brooks on the wing, stolen by Walker. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. Second, the Grizzlies.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
Murray's checked in for San Antonio. And Memphis also making a switch. Borky Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
That's his first personal foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. From deep, the long distance three is buried. Clark's got 5 points so far.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Pass to DeRozan. Murray left side. Outside, Walker takes the three. Pirtle, great positioning on the putback. Pirtle's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Pirtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the board.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And there's the feed to DeRozan. Murray outside. Chang against Pirtle. Gay left side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. Up again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
Pirtle, no one around him. Misses off the right iron.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Substitution for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes.
Morant passes to Clark. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And so it's Memphis. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Memphis came out looking very confident. You could see the daggers in their eyes. And that's...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've got DeRozan. DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then there's Jakob Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the small forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Basket good. Murray's got his first 2 points of the night. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
And Chris, in his 6th season out of UCLA, small forward Kyle Anderson.
Well, yeah, Kevin, in his first 3 years, improving his long-range distance shooting to over 37%. Now, it's fallen back off the last couple of seasons, but he's a smart, savvy player, and he's at his best when he's hitting shots.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Stolen by Brooks. Here's Morant. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Zeller is checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for Lonnie Walker, and it's Mills in for Murray.
And what really separates Morant, the intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Over to the left wing. Mills. And the shot is long.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And another miss by Memphis. Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And the rejection by Jackson. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. They grab their own miss.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now, here's DeRozan. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Zeller passes to Mills. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brooks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Zeller dishes to Mills. Out to DeRozan. Will it go? And the shot goes in. DeRozan's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Jackson. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And really, Bellinelli isn't just merely a shooter. He also gets to the rim deceptively quick.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Pass to Anderson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. Now the pass to Morant. Hits the 3-point bomb. Morant's got 13.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Scooped up. Passes it to Bellinelli over Anderson. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And the Spurs with possession following the score by Memphis. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night here. And the technical free throw is good. So both teams making some changes here. Gay outside. Zeller inside. He's against Chang. Zeller passes to Samanic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you got to credit his work ethic. Tyler Zeller has improved dramatically year after year. I mean, he's now very capable of starting center in this league.
Memphis has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
Gay right side. Pass to Samanic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Grizzlies, we've got Allen. Zhang is out there with Anthony Tolliver, and it's Melton in at the 1.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Off target from outside. And San Antonio shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Pass to Samanic. Fast break, here they come. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnover.
Well, you know, Greg, this is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
And Forbes kicks to Johnson. Left side, Walker. Clock at 6. The pass to Forbes. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Here's Meadows. Rebound by Zhang. Zhang's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there and Washington, just looking at him, throwing a oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that will say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
That free throw, good from Zhang. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Stoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in on.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, with the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
1:49 left to play in the final quarter. Outside for Jackson. Beyond the arc. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Murray up on top. Pass to Samanic. On the wing, Bellinelli. Defended by Anderson, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Memphis.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jaren Jackson.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Really left alone, that's it.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Bellinelli passes to Samanic. San Antonio again turning it over.
Grizzlies ball.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Allen kicks to Morant. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Clark. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Banked in off the glass.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. On the wing, Johnson takes a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.